start writing on it, it should be at least 250 words. Okay. Now,
Okay.
when you're typing, when you're writing, all your grammar tools, spelling correction tools should be off. Okay. Like, even if they are
Mm-hmm.
on right now, it's fine, but don't take any help from them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any plugins where you are using auto corrections, don't use it, I would say.
Okay.
Let me see raw form of how you write. I want to understand why you got a score of 1 in out of 5. What are the mistakes that you made? So it helps me plan the sessions accordingly for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're doing good in reading. Of course, we also have to assess listening, but writing is something that we'll need more work with if you are scoring a little low over there. Okay, that's the reason.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
can start writing. Done? Done? Just share it with me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Okay. In my opinions, the ones who are dangerous sports. Okay. Okay. Now, the most important thing that when we write is the sentence structures that we use. Okay. Now, whenever we talk about sentence structures, our sentences should always have subject, verb, object. Okay, subject is the main thing that we are talking about, then the verb to agree with, and then we have the object part. Okay, object give us more information about the subject and the verb. For example, I can say Mirth is attending the class. So I can also say Mirth is attending, but it gives me incomplete information. Correct? What is he attending? So I use the word the class. Correct? That is how we have a sentence. Now, along with this, we also use adjectives, verbs, and adverbs, other verbs and adverbs in the sentences. Okay, we will learn its placement with time. Now, in this, what you have done, I'll tell you the errors, main errors that you have done. You started it nicely, in my opinion. Okay, that's a good start, I would say. But after that, you have to, instead of using the word the ones is a pronoun. Okay, it is not a noun. Now, as you're starting, am I audible to you? Okay. As you're starting, it becomes very, very important that you start with the subject. Okay. Now, most of the times when you are doing the TOEFL task, it's important that you use some part of the question, and by using that only, you start your sentence or the essay that you're writing. Okay, now your question was, why do you think some people are attracted to dangerous sports or other dangerous activities? Okay, now here you could have started the way you started. Basically, in my opinion, the people who are attracted to dangerous sports or other dangerous activities, and then given your reason that you were giving, are most likely to take risks in life. Okay, that is how your first sentence should have been. Dangerous sports also boosts the adrenaline. Okay, that's a good thing again. But here, before going to that, you could have defined what do we mean when we say dangerous sports. Okay, you would need to give some examples. For example, bungee jumping, paragliding. These kind of sports are little dangerous sports. Racing, correct? Some people like to, like, some people have good cars, so they like to race in their cars itself. So that is one more dangerous sports that we could say. There are many examples. So you could have defined what do we mean by dangerous sports over here. Okay, then you could have gone ahead and explained that okay, dangerous sports also boosts the adrenaline. Okay, that's a good point. But after that, there should be a full stop. The main reason may be this: it's an incomplete sentence. Okay, yeah, even if you're trying to use a dependent clause, independent clause over there, it's not making sense. Okay, the sentences are not connecting properly over there. Otherwise, you could have said dangerous sports also boosts the adrenaline, and it could be the main reason to indulge themselves in dangerous sports. Okay, that's how you could have written that sentence. Now you're giving example. That's good. For example, skydiving is one of the most dangerous sport in the world. Most dangerous sports, it will be sports, because there are some words which are always used in plural form. Okay, we will go through the list of those nouns also, don't worry. This sport requires a lot of professional training. Of course is not required. Of course and all these kind of words are used when you're talking to someone in front of you. Okay, in writing we don't use these words. You could say certainly it requires a lot of training, professional training, but there is every time serious dangers. See, again, this is again incomplete sentence. It sounds little bit incomplete and grammatically incorrect also. Another thing, you never start with the word and. You never start a sentence with the word and. And is a conjunction, it should come in between. Okay, now when do we use and? We use and to talk about two positive things whenever we want to connect two positive words to positive phrases or sentences, or two negative phrases or sentences or words. Okay, here you could have used to add on, additionally, furthermore. All those becomes your connectors which you can use. You remember even when we were reading yesterday, we went through some connectors. Correct? There was one question where they had given the words like furthermore, to add on, in addition. All those words can be used, and you should use that. These words help us to get good scores. Okay, also and also you've used both of them, so again see, that becomes grammatically incorrect, not required. There is good view while doing these sports. That could be only for skydiving, right? Not other kind of sports. So you can't consider it as a general statement over here again. Sport may be enjoyed while experiencing adrenaline. Okay, the good view while doing this sport. People doing this sport may be enjoying the view while experiencing adrenaline. It sounds like the sentence doesn't make sense over here. Okay, what you wanted to say, I understood, but the sentence doesn't make sense. Mm, okay, also there is good view while doing this sport. People. Okay, when people engage in paragliding or skydiving, basically over here you use the example of skydiving, so we can say when people indulge in skydiving, also it leads to a good view while indulging in this sport. So people might enjoy the view with along with the adrenaline rush. It's called adrenaline rush. Okay, that becomes important. But there are some dangerous activities which do not require does not require is incorrect English again. Do not require professional trainings. The people doing these activities can have serious damages. Okay, now after the trainings there should be full stop. The people during these activities, it's a totally different sentence. For example, bicycle parkers. There are some people doing this as professional activity, you can say, not professional only, but profession or professional activity. But most of them are not professional. It may be more risky, it may be riskier for the ones who are not doing as professional, because they do not have professional background there. They should not take serious risks while doing this activity because they can get serious damages. So basically we can say people like to do activities which give adrenaline rush, okay, or which boosts adrenaline. This can make them feel more confident. Okay, you have used nice examples. You have you have written it nicely, just lot of grammatical mistakes. Okay, now what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to do two things. First thing, of course, tomorrow we will go through writing according to the tasks that we have, of how you're supposed to attempt those tasks. Along with that, I will send you the correction for this, how it could have been written in a better way. Okay, along with the errors that you have made. Now, depending on the errors that you have made, I am going to cover those grammar topics for you as well. Once we have gone through the listening question types, then writing question types, we have already gone through speaking question types in brief, but we will go through it. We'll try to elaborate more on it. Okay, so that's something that I'm going to do for you, along with the grammar topics which are required according to the errors that you made for writing and speaking in a better way. Okay, so that we avoid such kind of errors. Because of errors only you have lost marks. You're not making a lot of mistakes in punctuations. That's a good thing. Not spelling errors also. So not many spelling errors also. So that's a good thing again, I would say. Only grammar is something that I'll need to cover for you. Not a problem. We already cover these topics, but still I'll cover it in deep for you. Okay. Any questions you have? Anything that you want a clarity on?
No, I don't have.
Okay, no worries. I will also share some videos with you on how we can improve our sentences. Okay, I will try to search up some resources and I will share them with you. Clear? Okay,
Okay, thanks.
we will stop here for today and we will meet tomorrow.
Okay, see you.
Okay, see
Thanks.
you. No problem. Bye bye.